Coming up, 1 year since the arrival of COVID-19 in South Dakota. Look back at how the state and communities responded.
Plus, why a new business in Madison means so much to one KELOLAND family. Good morning and welcome to KELOLAND This Morning. I'm Sophie Heineman.
I'm Travis Fossing. No one was hurt when a shotgun was accidentally fired into the floor at a Sioux Falls apartment and into the residence below. It happened Monday afternoon on West 11th Street in Sioux Falls. While checking surveillance video, police discovered the suspect had left. Detectives then searched the apartment.
And they ended up finding some marijuana, some meth inside the apartment. Their shotgun was found inside the vehicle. That shotgun had been reported stolen.
Police later arrested 33-year-old Casey Blaine on numerous charges, including stolen property. No one was hurt in the incident. Gift card scams are big business for suspects. The Federal Trade Commission says $245 million has been stolen since 2017, and that's only the cases reported to them. Many victims don't report the crime to anyone. A new study by the Better Business Bureau shows the average victim loses $840.
A gift card is really just like a blank piece of plastic money. Really what's most valuable on that gift card is that identifying information on the back.
Once a scam artist has that number, they can use the information to buy things, sell it for cash, or convert it into Bitcoin. In all three cases, the money is gone with no way to trace it. The Better Business Bureau says anyone asking you to pay anything with a gift card is a scam 99 times out of 100. Turning to weather now, winter-like weather is making its way back into KELOLAND. Let's send it over to meteorologist Brian KARSTENS for a check of our current conditions.
All right, certainly it is here. We've been busy watching areas of snow in southwest South Dakota, and the expansion continues to take place now in parts of the east. And so we've got a number of headlines. Winter storm warning in red. That does include Pine Ridge, Custer, out to near White River. And then also we're looking at another winter storm warning for Sisseton and Watertown. Brookings and an advisory for snow. I think Sioux Falls area will likely get clipped by a little bit of this yet later today, late this afternoon. But the amounts are probably going to stay an inch or less. Get to Mitchell, though. That's where it's going to start to pick up here. 3 inches, maybe. Locally 6 once you get up to Huron or between Huron and Mitchell. Chamberlain's 3 to 6, Winter 4 to 7, Pine Ridge 4 to 8. We'll be back with more details on Futurecast coming up.
Thank you, Brian. It was nearly 1 year ago that South Dakota reported its first case of COVID-19. In response, the city of Sioux Falls opened up its Emergency Operations Center to try and prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Governor Nome shut down schools as they went to online learning, and the city of Sioux Falls restricted bars and restaurants to serve no more than 10 customers at a time, which forced many of them to close their doors.
A little over 3.5 weeks now. There's a lot of uncertainty, sadness, a little bit of anger, but just more the unknown of when we can reopen and how everyone's gonna get back to normal.
Smithfield Foods became a national hotspot when over 80 employees tested positive for the virus. It closed temporarily until safety measures could be put in place for it to reopen. Sioux Falls reported its first death on April 6th at Avera, Prince of Peace. The Sioux Falls City Council has declined to extend a mask mandate for the city. A mandate with no penalty for people who don't comply is set to expire on Saturday. Last night, the City Council considered an extension also without a penalty, which would have lasted until the South Dakota Department of Health announces that people in Phase 1, Group E, can receive vaccinations.
This ordinance is a result of collaborative effort between the local health systems, the mayor's office, the City of Sioux Falls Department of Health. So I do believe that the main objective in this particular case is to ensure that the individuals that are most vulnerable in our community have an opportunity to get their vaccination prior to this sunsetting.
We have a mask mandate on the books that has a penalty, no penalty for non-compliance. But the turnout tonight is very telling. At the rate at which we're vaccinating right now, if this would pass, we would only probably have this mandate on the books for maybe a couple weeks, to be totally honest with you.
Mayor Paul Tenhaken voted against the ordinance to break the council's 4-4 vote.
A 22-year-old man from Madison solved an employment issue by starting his own business. Jeffrey Gulbranson, who has cerebral palsy and septo-optic dysplasia with several learning and cognitive disabilities, is getting to work shredding documents.
It's part of a new business he started this month. Finding a job for Gulbranson became a challenge because of COVID-19, so he decided to start doing something he enjoys.
It gets the community happy. It gets me happy. Now that I've got a job, I'm getting paid, I'm really happy I made something work through this pandemic.
Gulbranson's job coach and his mom helped him start JR Shredding. Customers will receive certificate of destruction once a job is complete.
The shredded paper goes to a recycling service in Madison. You can find contact information for JR Shredding attached to this story on KELOLAND.com. And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian KARSTENS. Brian?
All right, weather today, well, featuring all the chances of rain and snow. So the transition continuing to take place here across parts of eastern South Dakota. We've already made that full transition to snow in the southwest. And north winds, of course, aiding the cool down today. Thunder and lightning embedded within some of this activity, too, in the southeast. And you can see these cells are migrating through 10 o'clock this morning through Watertown. Of course, the farther north it goes, then we cool the atmosphere sufficiently to lead to maybe even thunder snow. I think that's on the table today. I also think that through late this morning, that belt from Watertown to Chamberlain features those heavier moisture rates. And, of course, it's probably going to be heavy, wet snow at times. Mitchell, look for a transition from rain to snow this afternoon. You're going to be on the edge of some of that heavier banding just to your west. And I think Sioux Falls will probably catch the tail end of this after 3 in the afternoon, and it may be some heavy, wet snow just for a time, enough to coat things white for a bit. But it should be kind of a sloppy 1 inch or less. I think that tomorrow we're going to clean this system up. It's going to move out. And then a couple of quieter days. You can see Futurecast picks up on those trends today. Getting a lot of rain in Minnesota. And then we get into Thursday and Friday. While we're in a break, we're not in a break for long. There's another system, a big one developing to our southwest. Pretty large Four Corners low pressure area. And that'll mean some appreciable rain in Kansas and Oklahoma. Heavy snow between Denver and Rapid City. That's interesting. We'll see where it goes. There's a lot to determine on the exact track of that, if it's going to try to push north into South Dakota, or will it go east and then stay through Nebraska. Jury's still out on that, so stay tuned. We'll keep you posted. Highs today, 38 Chamberlain, as temperatures fall with the snow. Sioux Falls as well, pretty much hitting our highs already today. 26 in Sioux Falls tonight with that quick hit of snow this evening and then ending. And then tomorrow, Aberdeen, you're back to 46. Whatever snow we get, a lot of it's going to be melting in a hurry tomorrow already. I would think that Watertown, though, with your snow, that's a lot. You're going to get 4 to 8 at least, and I think that that will stick around for a little while. 40s for highs Friday, Saturday, Sioux Falls, and then next week, as mentioned, that's where our next round of rain and snow will be, and that'll also include Aberdeen. The north, probably lesser chances, just given the storm track that's coming up from the south. So if you live closer to the Nebraska border, your odds of getting moisture are better. Pierre also looking at that decline on the numbers by early next week in conjunction with that storm system. And that's also true for Rapid City. Could be a decent moisture maker for the Black Hills. Check out our Storm Center update for more details at KELOLAND.com.